Welcome back to my channel, and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. And today is video number 3 in my 6-video mini-series about unhealthy foods that masquerade as healthy foods and why. Like I said, this is the 3rd video in this mini series. I will link the other 2 videos down below for you if you missed them, but we're gonna talk all about why you think these foods are healthy and they're really not. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And again, this is a 6-part series, so we're only halfway through. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the rest of the videos. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend those personalized macros and calories. That is what I follow to lose and maintain my 140-pound weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or to talk with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about 10 more unhealthy foods masquerading as healthy foods and why. Like I said, these are foods that we typically deem as healthy. Maybe we've been told that these are healthy foods our entire life, or more likely the packaging, the marketing from these brands makes us think that these foods are healthy, and they're really not the healthiest foods out there. So I'm going to share with you 10 more to keep an eye out for. Number 1, maybe a bit of a surprise, and this is microwavable popcorn. Popcorn is actually a fantastic snack food, especially air-popped popcorn at home, because it is packed with fiber, whole grains. You can have a lot of it for very little calories, but the microwavable popcorn isn't as healthy as the popcorn popped at home. Most of the varieties are loaded with salt and butter. Even if you buy light popcorn, there's still typically a lot of salt. The ultimate butter popcorn from Orville Redenbacher's, which is truly one of the best popcorn, the most popular popcorns. Now, granted, this is not a light popcorn, so it is actually loaded with saturated fat, but one serving has 330 milligrams of sodium. And if you're picking a light or low-fat popcorn, in order for it to taste good, there's typically more sodium than even the full-fat Orville Redenbacher's popcorn. So if you want microwavable options, look at the ingredients. Make sure there's not unhealthy oils. Look at the sodium count and make sure that just because it's light or low fat, that there isn't double or triple the sodium of the regular popcorn. And make sure when you choose a microwavable popcorn, it's the healthiest option. And better yet, make it at home. You can control everything going into it. And like I said, popcorn is truly a healthy, satisfying, low-calorie snack. Number 2 is soy milk. Now, granted, soy milk is one of the milk alternatives that actually has protein. You're not going to find protein in things like almond milk and oat milk and cashew milk, but you do find it in soy milk. But soy milk isn't necessarily the healthiest choice. Soy can actually be an endocrine disruptor for a lot of people, especially if you have hormonal issues. You probably want to stay away from soy milk. And it's often heavily sweetened in order to make it taste good. They will sweeten it with a lot of added sugar. In fact, a cup of Silk brand chocolate soy milk has 15 grams of sugar, and the regular Silk soy milk, just the regular variety, has 7 grams. That's a lot of added sugar per serving. So just be mindful of how soy can disrupt your endocrine system, especially if you have hormonal issues, and find an option that's a little bit better for you than soy if that's the case. Number 3 is yogurt parfaits. Now we might think, oh, what a great option as a breakfast or a snack. We have yogurt, we have fruit, we have granola, but that's not necessarily the case. A lot of these yogurt parfaits, especially ones that you buy pre-made. Now, if you make it at home, obviously you can control exactly what's going into it, but if you're picking one up at Starbucks at the airport, or you're at a breakfast place and they have yogurt parfaits, they're typically loaded with sugary granola, sugary yogurt, and whipped cream. These are definitely not what we want in a breakfast or a snack. Like most of the foods we've talked about in the last few videos, your best bet is to make it at home. That way you can control exactly what's in it. Now, if you're in the airport and you need a breakfast, you can grab a yogurt parfait, but if you can skip the whipped cream, skip it. If you can limit the amount of granola that you eat, do that, because the yogurt itself most likely has quite a bit of added sugar, and then at least you're getting some fruit for some fiber. But as always, you're better off making making it at home if possible. Number 4 are veggie burgers. Just because something has veggie in the title doesn't make it healthy. In the first video, we talked about veggie chips. Veggie chips don't even have vegetables in them. So again, the marketing of some of these products can make us think they're healthy when they're really not. A lot of veggie burgers have bloating soy, and we talked about soy and how it can disrupt your hormones and your endocrine system. And they're typically loaded with salt, fat, and preservatives, especially salt and fat, because again, we want them to taste good. If you want a veggie burger, make it at home. Make black bean burgers at home, or legume or bean-based burgers packed with vegetables that you form into patties yourself. Now, if you want to buy a frozen or a fresh veggie burger from your local store, just keep an eye on the ingredients. Watch for added sodium, watch for preservatives. Make sure you're choosing the healthiest option. Number 5 is frozen yogurt. People think it's summer, I'd rather have frozen yogurt than ice cream, but the truth of the matter is frozen yogurt can have as much sugar, sometimes more, than traditional ice cream. Let's talk about Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's half-baked froyo. So you think, I'm doing good. I'm buying the Ben & Jerry's yogurt, not the Ben & Jerry's ice cream. A 2/3 cup of this, which is not the whole container. The whole container has 4 servings in it, packs 30 grams of added sugar. That is more than a lot of ice creams, including Ben & Jerry's full-fat real ice cream. Again, your best bet is to watch your ingredients. Now for me, I very rarely buy ice cream at the store because I have a Ninja Creamy and I can make homemade ice cream. I can have it packed with protein. I can watch the amount of sugar. I can make frozen yogurt, sorbet, gelato, anything I want at home. So if you're in the market, a Ninja Creamy is a great way to make homemade ice cream. But if you are buying it at the store, keep an eye on the ingredients and the added sugar. My recommendation for ice cream at the store would be Yasso bars. They are lower in sugar, they're made with Greek yogurt, and they actually have some protein, and they're delicious. But just be a label reader, an ingredient label reader with frozen yogurt. Number 6, bottled smoothies. I will absolutely stay away from bottled smoothies. These can add so many added calories and sugar to your diet. Did you know that if you go to Jamba Juice and you get a large orange smoothie and you think, oh, total fruit, packed with good things, it actually has 590 calories, 590 calories in a smoothie. And here's what's really shocking and concerning. There's 120 grams of sugar. That is more than you should have in multiple days. And you might be thinking, well, great, I'll just get a small. I don't need a large, I'll just get a small. A small has 350 calories, which sounds a little bit better than 590, but what doesn't sound better is a small smoothie has 71 grams of sugar. Again, more than you should have in multiple days. Blend up your favorite fruits at home. Use non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Use your favorite protein powder. Find a way to make smoothies at home because there isn't a single smoothie that you can buy anywhere that's going to be as healthy as the one you can make at home. Number 7 is organic snacks. Now we've talked about gluten-free snacks and low-carb snacks. Now we're going to talk about organic snacks. Just because something has organic on the label doesn't make it healthy. Just because it's an organic cheese puff or an organic candy bar doesn't make it any more healthy than Cheetos cheese puffs and Snickers candy bars. There's still a lot of added sugar, there's still a lot of fat, and organic snacks are as likely to lead to weight gain as non-organic snacks. The only reason you should be eating organic snacks is because if you choose to eat organic foods in general, but just know, just because it says organic doesn't make it healthy and is going to lead to weight gain just like any other snack if overconsumed. Number 8 may be a bit of a surprise, and this is egg substitutes. If you're eating egg substitutes like egg beaters, you're actually missing out on a lot of nutrients. Egg substitutes are mostly egg whites, which is great. That's where the majority of the protein is in the egg white. I personally utilize egg whites all the time, but there is some value in the yolk. Things like vitamin D, which actually lower your risk of abdominal fat and obesity. What I would recommend if you're trying to limit the amount of fat and calories in the eggs that you're eating, stick to whole real eggs or liquid egg whites. And what I like to do is one whole egg and then substitute the rest of the dish that I'm making with egg whites. That way I'm reducing the amount of fat, but I'm still getting all of that great vitamin D that's found in the yolk. There is no reason to have egg substitutes because eggs are actually a superfood for health and weight loss. Number 9 is actually one of my favorite snacks, but I have to be really mindful of serving size, and that is trail mix. If we're being honest with ourselves, when we eat trail mix, it's kind of an excuse to eat sugary dried fruit and chocolate chips. There are some mixes out there that are healthy. You again have to read your ingredients. Is there a lot of added sugar? Is there candy in your trail mix? You really don't need candy in a trail mix. Maybe substitute that with one that has raisins in it so that you get that natural sweetness. And be really, really, really mindful of serving size. Typically, a serving size of trail mix is 1/4 cup. that's like this much trail mix. You can easily eat 3 or 4 times that, and now you've eaten 600, 700, 800 calories. Your best bet if you want something crunchy and salty is have a handful of nuts over trail mix. But if you're like me and you love trail mix, make sure you watch your portions and pick the healthiest option. And last but not least for this video, number 10 is skim milk. Skim milk just doesn't have less flavor than the whole milk. It can also be really less good for you in general. In fact, overall, full-fat dairy products are more beneficial to your health than reduced low-fat or fat-free dairy products. Full-fat products are actually linked to a lower risk of diabetes and heart disease, and just because it's full-fat doesn't mean that it's going to increase these things. It actually decreases them. Ditch the skim milk. Have just whole milk, just less of it. It's going to be more flavorful, more creamy, and again, you're going to reap the rewards of full-fat dairy versus low-fat or fat-free dairy. So those are another 10 healthy foods that unhealthy foods that masquerade as healthy foods. I can't wait for the next 3 videos. I have so many more foods to share with you. As always, let me know down below if any of these surprised you, and if so, which ones, and let me know if you consume a lot of these foods like trail mix like I do and find that portion control can be an issue. Let me know everything down below. And in the description box, I'll also have nutrition coaching as well as links and discounts to my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.